Alright, I made it. I did the 42-hour fast for Ewelina Flinta. She turned 42 yesterday, and my goal was to fast 42 hours for her because of how big an inspiration she has been to myself in staying strong, for being single, speaking up for myself at work, in social life, everywhere else, right? And so I fast 42 hours in her honor. I learned something during this fast that I didn't really think about in the past, and it's making me torn about whether or not I want to break the fast. You see, during a 42-hour fast, there are plenty of times where you think this can't go on for another 5 hours or 3 hours, and you feel miserable, and then you push through, and all of a sudden you feel good again, right? It kind of reminds me of how to invest in the financial markets, right? A lot of people throw in the towel too early, or I'm actually just the opposite, right? I get discouraged by seeing precious metal prices go high because I want to buy more, and so I'm discouraged, I'm depressed, and then all of a sudden along comes a pandemic or some kind of sell-off. Oh, I get another buying opportunity, right? It's been like that for 13 years now for me. I had the financial crisis. We had the strong dollar in the 2014-15 where I bought a lot of silver. That was when I bought my first 1,000-ounce silver bar. And then we had the pandemic, right? So I had 3 great buying, and I expect to have more, right? Maybe not as low as the pandemic again, but we'll have other buying opportunities, right? Similarly for fasting, oh my God, this is torture. I feel so good and lightweight, right? And it's a good metaphor or other things in life. Oh, relationships, right? Sometimes you break up and you feel like this is a bottomless pit, and then before you know it, you're going out again. And for me, I love my single life as well. Before you know it, you're enjoying your single life as well. I gotta think about how I handle my eating, because the other day I had a big wake-up call the other day. My boss had called me at an unusual hour because all of a sudden he wants me to, he has this new plan for me to write this course, and he was excited. But he called just in the middle of eating, and my mouth just felt really soggy the whole time. It wasn't the end of the world. I got the contract, and I had a very good discussion with him, but it made me realize what else could go wrong had it not played out that way, right? And then we heard about Brian Laundrie and how his twin brother had gotten raided by the SWAT team. You know, I don't want to have a food craving when I need to answer to the SWAT team, right? Put my hands up and have them check me out. I don't want to be having a food craving when that's going on, right? That's going to look bad. Maybe they'll think I'm high on drugs, or maybe they'll think that I'm trying to reach for a gun when I'm reaching for food, right? The call with my boss and Brian Laundrie's twin brother stories really showed me just what can go wrong if you're not in control of your eating. And unfortunately, every time I eat, I feel like I want to eat more. Right? That's why I'm hesitating on breaking the fast. I've thought about just having one last fast and just fading away. I've seriously thought about that because of how much trouble food has caused me in my life, right? It feels like this out of control child, if you will, right, that you have to take care of, right? It really does at times, right? I mean, the child can be adorable, but to take care of an out-of-control child just wants to throw a fit when you need to talk to your boss, who wants to throw a fit when you need to go out to socialize, who wants to throw a fit when you need to get some sleep, right? It just feels like that in some ways, right? I'm trying to be a little bit more elegant in what I eat, right? So that even when I do eat, it's not a mess, it's not out of control timing. But I often wonder, what if I'm in the middle of a meal and disaster strikes, right? An earthquake or an FBI raid, or who knows, right? And that gives me a lot of pause.